Kendall.
And John.
And we're here to say Happy Cheese Club Day. Although we're in February, so our theme this month is Cheese is Love.
Yeah, that's
or For the Love of Cheese.
That's right.
Or I like a new one is Where there is cheese, there is love.
And we are also celebrating our 15th anniversary as a cheese company, which is pretty epic. I mean,
holy smokes, y'all. Like every year I say it's like dog years, like sometimes 7. Each year we don't know if we'll make it to the next year. Good years, challenging years, and 15 years.
That's right. And with so many members like y'all supporting us, we always have the energy to just keep going, keep pushing, and keep having fun doing it. And so this is a big month for us.
Yeah, and we're standing here in our tasting room on South Lamar in Austin that we opened earlier, or in the middle of
2024.
Yeah, so if you're an Austinite and you haven't been to come take a cheese class with us, come in for one of our signature tasting experiences. We change the menu monthly, so it's always 7 new cheeses, 7 new food pairings, an optional beverage wine flight if you want to add on, but a whole lot of fun.
So much fun.
Okay, so
we're
let's
here
talk
for Cheese Club.
All right, honey, do the honors.
So you ordered a Cheese Club box, and here you go, Kendall.
Oh, thank you. Is this your gift to me?
This is. Happy Valentine's Day.
All right, so let's open her up and see what we got. This is our plain box, or just the cheese.
Our standard.
Okay, shut her up. All right, John, let's start looking at what we got here.
I am so excited. Why don't we pull open the Nancy's Camembert
Let's
first?
see, we've got Nancy's Camembert, we've got
Ooh,
Menage, Smoking Goat, and Toma. All right, you talk,
gosh.
I'll open it up and eat it.
And this particular, cheese is love theme, this particular cheese was created by the company Old Chatham Sheepherder Company in Old Chatham, New York. So just southeast of Albany, if you're familiar with the geography of that state. Tom and Nancy Clark founded this company, and he was really into kind of this idea of sheep and husbandry. And so they got a giant farm, about 600 acres, and started raising sheep, started making cheese. And that was back in 1996, and they have been making some incredible stuff. Nancy's Camembert was actually one of the first cheeses we carried in our shop, and this is the first time we're bringing it back probably in a decade, just for y'all. Nancy's Camembert is this really ooey gooey mixed milk cheese.
Look at this texture. You can see this inner paste, but then there's this little like buttery cream line right under the rind, and that rind is breaking down the molds. I mean, the proteins in there are making it creamier. So you could get this when it's riper and it's more creamy, or a little bit younger, but it's just like 3 cheeses in one.
And it's so wonderful. And that company has since sold to Dave and Sally, who now run the company. So two amazing partners operating what is now the largest sheep dairy in the country. And Nancy's Camembert is just remarkably smooth and creamy and rich and buttery.
Sometimes that sheep's milk in it. Like literally it feels, I know you're letting me eat today.
Well,
it is just cream on your palate.
What's amazing about it is, I said, we haven't seen this cheese in 10 years. The last time we sold this cheese, it was just all cream line. There was no chalky center. So it's the texture of like, almost like whipped cream on the inside. What's really fun about this is that they've obviously adapted the recipe slightly over the last 10 years, and now we're getting this really nice chalky center to it, which is going to create such a cool experience when you're pairing it with any beverages or like super fruity jams and things.
Oh yeah, this will grow. If you have any jams in your closet, or you did our deluxe with our raspberry rosé, raspberry rose jam is a delicious treat, just to kind of complement some of that lusciousness, bring in a little fruity acidity with that richness. That was delicious, on point. Okay,
so exciting.
You chose this month's. Good selection, John.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Menage.
Yeah.
So we're taking you through different types of love relationships. So if we have a husband and wife team here, now we're going to a 5th generation cheesemaker. They've been making cheese for over a century, 100 years,
100 years,
right?
over 100 years.
All right, so this is one of the first cheeses we carried. We still carry it today. When we try to get rid of it, people get mad. It's Menage. People always ask, can I eat the rind? On this one, absolutely. It's so good. I got like white mushroom cap, like button cap, in a very gentle way on that. This one is a wax rind, so you can eat it and you will not die. It has to be consumable to be on food, but this isn't rind, don't eat it. It's really there to protect the cheese. Menage is made from cow, goat, and sheep's milk. Get it? Menage a trois. So it has this like really pliable texture. It's a great melter. So look, you can bend it. That means it still has a lot of moisture content, which is what makes it a good melter. And you're gonna get the tanginess from the goat's milk cheese and that bright acidity. You're gonna get the richness from the sheep's milk, and then you'll get this buttery cream from the cow's milk. So what impacts the flavor of a cheese? It's the species, then the breed of the animal will make a difference, as well as the seasonality. Sid Cook, as a 5th generation cheesemaker, he's a master cheesemaker. He started making cheese when he was 16. So it's been passed down from father to father, but their families are involved. His wife Lisa is involved. They don't have kids, so they're wondering what the next generation will be and where to go from there. They started in commodity cheese, meaning just making big block cheddars, block cheeses and selling them. And then when Sid Cook came aboard, they really leaned into the artisanal aspect. Yeah. So making their own cheeses to age in aging caves. And now he's one of the most awarded American cheesemakers, like 50 plus, hundreds of awards.
Yeah.
I don't know. He makes over 50 styles of cheese. Again, our most popular, fun for people who don't like crazy cheese, and also great for people who consider themselves like cheese experts.
Yes, amazing.
Okay, you talk about this one while I eat this one.
Okay, please eat that one. This next one that we have in order is the Smokin' Goat. And so I just love the name of this cheese, but also I love the story of it. So one of the cheeses that we carried when we first opened was a cheese called Majorero, which is this amazing PDO cheese, name control cheese from the Canary Islands in Spain. And this is made by the same company, but it's actually the same milk, Majorero goat, which is almost this lush.
Bless you, honey.
Thank you. A very lush, tropical fruit almost flavor profile that comes through the Majorero goats. They specialize in, they thrive in the Canary Islands. There's 7 of these islands in the Mediterranean, and the goats, the DNA of these goats have really adapted to the rough kind of terrains that exist there. And when this cheesemaker opened in 1983, they started with focused on that one product, the Majorero. Now they do lots of other things, but this one, they take the same milk, they make this wonderful round cheese, and then they collect beechwood around the islands and use it to gently smoke the Majorero cheese. So taste from the inside, because with a true wood smoke, it has to absorb from the outside in, unlike where there are smoked cheeses where they use a liquid smoke. So because of the delicate nature of the smoke, if you start from the inside out, you'll get a much varied intensity of that smoke flavor.
Yeah, John taught me a trick where I like to break a cheese under my nose, and that really helps release the aroma compounds, and I get this sweetness to it. If you can smell sweet, I smell sweetness, and then that very gentle smoke. So when we're looking, we don't actually carry a lot of smoked cheeses, and when we're looking for a smoked cheese, we want it to not mask the flavor of the cheese. So first and foremost, I get the smoke on my nose, but when I taste it, the smoke is not immediately there, and then it kind of comes through on the back end, and you kind of, and that's where you get that subtle smoke there. So
the love story here is the love for the land and the animals. So they, in 2004, won an award from the Spanish government for the way that they're taking care of the land of Fuerteventura, the island. And so pretty amazing story with this particular cheese. So we hope you absolutely love it like we do.
And that was my first taste of that
Yeah,
cheese.
this is the first time we're ever carrying the Smokin' Goat. So just for ACC.
Let us know what you think. We want your feedback. Should we carry it in our case or not? Okay, last but not least, in our love stories of cheese, we're going to a woman-owned company, 3 sisters. They're actually 4 sisters, but 3 run the company now. And this is Point Reyes Creamery out of California. So this is their Toma. Their Toma, which I just learned, and we've sold Toma a lot, so I don't know, means cheese made by her herself or something like that.
Wheel of cheese.
Farmstead cheese made by her or something like that. So they had, their family came over as Italian immigrants, their last names are Giacomi, came over in 1901, and then her parents started, Bob started in 1950, a commodity farm where again, they had their own cows and were producing, but they were just really selling off cheddar cheeses to other people, similar to the Sid Cook story. And it was when the sisters got involved that they said, wait, the herd size is too big and it's too hard on the land, and so let's scale it down and make more artisanal cheese, again by hand, and then really focusing on our land. So they do all these great things and also have won all these great awards for their land trust and how they're taking care of their land and their animals. So Toma is meant to just be in Italy like a great table cheese, meaning you don't have to overthink it. We can get sophisticated and I can tell you what I'm tasting and smelling, and also just stick it out and eat it.
Yeah.
It's a great, you can tell, another semi-soft texture. And intentionally, we didn't go for any hard cheeses this month because love can be hard, but that wasn't what we were leaning into. But these three are really all good melters and semi-soft, and they just have this like
Ooey
pudgy
gooey
texture,
Yeah.
that makes you
For us,
think.
love is ooey gooey. So
Clearly, we are so ooey gooey. So, yeah, and anything else that Lynn was a past president of the American Cheese Society.
Yeah, and Jill was on the board with me. So they're really advocates for the dairy industry and cheese in particular. So we're really blessed with the cheesemakers that we get to work with, the cheeses that we get to source, and we love y'all for being members of our club. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for
We hope-
supporting us over these 15 years and for your continued love. Do you want to land the plane?
Yeah, sorry, you were like, don't talk, Kendall, you're eating cheese. All that is to say, yes, thank you. I wanted to say thank you for being a part of our story. We're collecting Cheese's love stories, so if you have any interaction with our business that was over a happy moment, a sad moment, but what did it have to do with your life? We know that our 15 years is made, our big story is made of all of your small stories. So we're collecting those online and we'd love to know more, including maybe how you're enjoying this and if it's with friends, a lover, neighbors, or solo with yourself because you love yourself and you want a big batch of cheese. So thanks for being members of our club. Next month is Texas cheeses. It's Texas Independence Day. Don't worry, we don't think we should secede or anything like that. But Texas has some great artisanal cheesemakers to support who are winning a lot of awards, and we can't wait to showcase their products. With that, enjoy Cheese Club, guys. Give us your feedback, and we appreciate you.